Hi, I'm Keoni Gandall. Um, Previously, I worked at the BioBricks Foundation on the Free Genes project, um, of which this is some of our work. Um, we built a JCVI-Syn3A gene set codon optimized for E. coli expression. Um, so, what is it? It's 401 coding sequences from JCVI, codon optimized for E. coli, all Moclo compatible, coming in 596-well glycerol stalked E. coli plates, provided from Free Genes for free. And here's a little picture of the plates that they would come in. And the hope is that you can get these genes to kind of investigate different functions of the genes in JCVI-Syn3 for investigating like unknown function. And perhaps by having all of them available, it'd be a lot easier for you to do any interesting experiments with whole sets of the genes. You can also combine it with some other protein expression toolkits that we have available so that you can get all of the materials necessary to not only clone these 401 genes with PCR into anything you'd like, but also using some restriction enzyme-based methods, so Golden Gate expression, to get expression vectors of any of the 400 genes that you want to make. Free Genes built it in support of the Build-A-Cell initiative, which I know many people here are members of. We basically wanted to learn what these unknown essential genes do. And hopefully by providing a full set of genes for all of the genes in JCVI-Syn3, we can enable some of that work. How do you get it? You can go to freegenes.org, click on Organism Gene Sets, JCVI-Syn3, and just add it to the cart and check out. It's provided completely for free for your research purposes. And I can also set a link in the chat right after this. There are docs for every different gene, as well as a plasmid map, a little bit of information about the gene itself, the NCBI and UniProt identifiers for that gene, and some other accessory information, so that you can know what's in any of these plasmids, as well as coming in bulk information sets and CSV files, which will show you exactly what will come in the plates that you receive from Free Genes. As said before, all of the parts are Moclo compatible and Golden Gate compatible, so you can directly use them if you have any protein expression kits like EcoFlex or Cider. It comes as 5 plates of glycerol stalked E. coli in flat 96-well plates, and feel free to forward it to your friends. We're hoping to spread these genes as far as possible out into the world. Mesoplasma florum and Mycoplasma pneumoniae and Mycoplasma gentalium are also available. We have fewer genes of the latter two, but most of the genes from Mesoplasma florum. So 573 of the Mesoplasma florum genes and about 190 and 140 of the others. All of these are available for free. So if you are doing research with all of these organisms, feel free to just order them all. And I wanted that be it. Go to freegenes.org and get your own gene set. And then happy to take any questions in the remaining time.
Keoni, is there any sense of what the characteristics were of the genes you weren't able to clone?
Yeah, so it looked mainly to be random.
Okay.
So when we couldn't clone genes, typically they were because Twist couldn't clone them.
Mhm.
And we found a dependence on size. The average gene that we found in these tool sets that we were making, or these gene sets, were about 1.3 kilobases, and the average size of a failed gene was about 2.2. So it kind of infers to me, at least, there was something going wrong in their oligo pool assemblies. Seeing that like GenScript's oligo pools are only like 99.7% coverage of all the oligos.
Okay.
The other thing is that we did try to reclone some of the genes into medium copy vectors. of which the ones that failed, pretty much all of them worked once you move them to medium copy. And in a different gene set, not in these, when we took genes that failed at twist and just asked them to make them again with different recodings, they were able to succeed at the same percentage of the time. The vectors that these come in are also transcriptionally isolated with some pretty good terminators around there, so we would hope there's no leaky expression, but not sure about that.
Keoni, this is James Dobbins back at UAB. Are the M genitalium and M pneumoniae genes, are they a work in progress, or is that as far as they're always going to go?
They're probably as far as we'll go, mainly because when we were originally cloning them, we were cloning them by hand, or rather on our own robots, and so the price was a lot cheaper. More recently, Free Genes moved to synthesizing everything through Twist, so the price went up a bunch. And so we're aiming to finish off the Mesoplasma and JCVI-Syn3A genes, from last I've heard, and not the others.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions on the gene sets?
Do have one, but Veronica turned on her camera, so maybe she was going to ask one. Please, Veronica.
I'm just up next, so you can ask your question. Go ahead.
Okay, I just would ask about shipping, if they are available for Brazil, because I looked at the site, there are like some countries, but
we've shipped to Brazil before.
great, good to know. Thank you.